Goes back at X. Lyle Thompson on the run, the backhand, around the goal line, and in! Lyle Thompson, on the first offensive possession of the PLL, scores his first goal.
They finally get him the ball behind the cage, and just a signature Lyle Thompson back.
Thompson on the run. Little stutter step move. Thompson, the right hand shot, he scores! That is two already for Lyle Thompson. And a chance to add to it. Thompson moves it. Drenner, the score! Ryan Drenner with the finish. In his 14th pro season at age 35, even more remarkable than it was just watching it. There's a nice shot from Lyle Thompson. Right through the arms of Ward, and it is 2-0 Cannons. One hand, got the second one on it. Lyle Thompson. That's his second, and it's a 7-1 lead for Cannons. So far, Water Dogs have been unable to slow down Cannons. It's 5 straight for a few more seconds. And it turns into a Dogs power play. A brief one. And it's Cannons able to score anyway. Lyle Thompson, number 3. With Dylan Ward, goaltender for Water Dogs.
BJU! Go, 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 go! I don't know how that goes. We're gonna run out for a minute.
Well, Dylan Ward took the word.
I don't know how that
took
goes.
the words right out of my mouth. I don't know how this goes in. So okay, I've scored on the backhand earlier.
And it comes to Thompson all alone. Well, a freebie for Lyle Thompson and Cannons. Bernlor with his hands on his hips, wondering how that just happened. Cannons get a little bit closer. It's an 8-4 game.
Entire team collapsed on him. And no surprise, Merrill comes out of that scrum with the ball.
Lyle Thompson with the roll dodge, and he spikes it home. They got as close as 2. Lyle Thompson gets him there again. Bryce Young lost his footing. Lyle Thompson takes advantage.
Another strong dodge here by Thompson. You could see Young get kind of just tripped up, loses his footing.
Thompson working on Bryce Young again. Thompson going to the net, and he scores! Lyle Thompson taking over the Cannons within 1. Thompson draws the double team, as he will a lot here this afternoon. And he slips away from both, and with the feed for Q, and he puts it home. Rabel makes the pass. Thompson scores the goal. Lyle Thompson, he's on the field. He's into a good spot, and he scores. Thompson able to fool Gittleman as he kept it low. Rabel tried to set him a pick. He at least got the short stick matchup with Alexander. Then Rabel sets him another pick, and Thompson scores. Rabel with the pick assist as Thompson scores 2 quick ones.
Enough of this talk about where's Lyle Thompson. He's showing up tonight. You can see the little head nod with Rabel. Let's get a little 2-man game going. So a pick, and then they re-pick. And that allows Thompson to get his hands free.
Thompson beats his man and scores again. Thompson taking over. He has scored 3 consecutive goals. And he's done it in less than 2 minutes.
And he's just gutting this out. You can tell he's a little gimpy, but he just turns on the jets. All he does is produce.
Rafis, he scores!
Oh. Attention to Lyle Thompson. You're going to see a little pick and then slip by Rafis. And as Thompson carries over, you're going to get an on-ball double team. McMahon And then Rafis' defender, looks like it's McNeil, so McMahon tries to stay with him. McNeil goes. They're late on the rotation, and Rafis with range.
It's a long one, but it was a heavy shot from Rafis.
Some of those teams are cheering for the Archers so they can secure that playoff spot, but I think given their score differential, that's not the case.
Lyle Thompson sets up Paul Rabel, and Cannons have tied it again.
And you'll have to excuse me for talking over this incredibly nifty feed by Thompson. You could see the help come, and Rabel's left all by himself on the doorstep, but how about this feed by Thompson? The little backhanded flip with pressure. This is about as slick as it gets. Not only the accuracy, Brendan, but the touch. The pace of that feed, easily enabling Rabel to track it, find it, catch, all by himself with Gittleman right on the crease. Nothing the goalie could do.
Drenner skips one through. Another pass for Thompson. 4 goals, 7 points for Thompson. Cannons back ahead.
Double team come, and right here's the skip pass through, and Thompson all by himself over here. So once that skip gets through, then it's just a simple one more to Thompson, and he has been on target tonight. Willing picker tonight, creating some of these matchups for Thompson.
Thompson, the right hand, oh, wow! McMahon put him on the ground. Thompson doesn't care, he's got 5.
You can see the bandage creeping out from his leg. He's clearly battling through something. And tonight, he has put this Cannons offense on his back. Leaning, fading away, going with that push by McMahon, and he's still strong enough and slick enough to get enough on that shot and be accurate past Gittleman,
who has 2 goals and 3 assists. Look at the power by Thompson, and Jackson scores.
If you match him with physicality, he's just too tough and too strong. He just sheds that, gets his hands free. You can see Jeffrey is coming up to support, and meanwhile, Thompson finds Jackson.
And obviously being so close to the college game, as you've enjoyed the PLL this weekend, Cannons cash in with a goal.
Been really good. I love the face-off rules. You know, it is no muss, no fuss, and you know, it's just a lot of talent.
Due to harp on the constructive criticism. Here's Lyle Thompson, and he blows it past Colarusso. Lyle Thompson fires the Cannons in front, 5-4.
They push in transition, an early rotation to Edwards. I'm not really sure why you want to slide to Edwards outside the 2-point arc and leave Thompson wide open for a step down.
Lyle Thompson shovels it to the doorstep, and Cannons, Ryan Drenner scores.
The IQ and slick stick work by Thompson on display. Okay, you're gonna double team me anytime I roll. Here comes the double. I'm just gonna do a little backhanded flip with touch such that Drenner can continue to approach that, catch the ball above goal line extended with enough angle to get past Colarusso.
Dave from Colarusso. 2 Albany grads going at it. Thompson in attack mode. Oh my goodness! Lyle Thompson stings the corner, and it's 7-5 Cannons.
The ground ball, you can see Thompson pick it up. His defenseman slips, and on his re-attack, you can see the Atlas trying to get themselves organized off ball. They don't have a slide prepared. Thompson turns on the afterburners. Rexroad goes for that overhead. Thompson tucks, dives, and finishes.
Thompson spins to his left, has a step, and uses it. Lyle Thompson ties it at 11.
Control by Thompson. You're going to see him lean in and then go to the roll. Protects his stick. You can see Rexroad trying to push him behind the cage, but at the last second, Thompson gets that second stick back on his, gets his second hand back on his stick, reaches up to increase his shooting angle and reach over the top of Colarusso.
You can get tickets and local information. Visit PremierLacrosseLeague.com. Here's Lyle Thompson out of the timeout, takes it himself, dives into the crease, and cannons back within one thanks to Lyle Thompson straight out of the timeout.
Elect to go for the one. Thompson, a sweeping dodge all the way across the two-point arc. You can see Rexroad go for this trail check right there, and Thompson pulls that stick a couple cradles, gets it in front of his head to increase his shooting angle and get it past Colarusso.
They go right back to Thompson. His feed, perfect. Quarter, and it's almost halfway through. Lyle Thompson, his first point of the night on a goal for Shane Jackson. Thompson on Weil. Thompson. Boy, when he wants to go, he's tough to stop. Lyle Thompson has made it 7-4.
You're going to see Thompson sweep around. That pick actually just gets kind of blown up. He's able to bear down to the inside. And that low to high release, you can see Edwards just kind of gets shoved out of the way. But Thompson gets to the middle of field seemingly with ease. Brendan, that's what I was talking about earlier. I don't think he needs a pick. He just needs a little space. And Lyle quick to attack.
And he scores! The leader from Lyle Thompson. For Lyle Thompson back at Casey Stadium in Albany. Puts his Cannons up by 3 here to start the second half. For the shot. Drenner for Thompson again. That time to Bell, and he scores! Jab and Trevor Baptiste on the celebration. Cannons have come back to tie it at 4. In Colorado Springs, and what was a 13-12 win for Atlas. Colarusso! Did it get in? It did. It leaks through him. He got a piece, but not all of it. Lyle Thompson gets one back for Cannons.
The key here is Thompson's able to get to the middle of the field. He uses a pick and slip by Rabel. That opens up the space as Thompson gets to the middle of the field there. Hey, Lyle, as you carried to the middle of the field after that slip pick, what did you see for the defense and Colarusso and Cage?
What was that?
What did you see for the defense and Colarusso when you got to the middle of the field there?
No, I mean.
Here's Lyle Thompson. His pass into traffic. Jackson, no problem.
Pay attention to this inside action. You're going to see Cuccinello just set a little screen there. Jackson's going to come off of that, and Thompson's going to throw a little spot feed inside. So a little off-ball crease pick action between Cuccinello and Jackson. Richard is there, but Jackson does a wise job of not cutting into him. So a lot of times players will cut and actually cover